What is your name?
My name is Kara Calderon.
Andy Zabit.
I've lived here for almost 10 years.
Maybe 8 years. We moved overseas with the military and then we came back because we just love Winston so much.
I am the Senior Director of Sustainability and Community Engagement for Reynolds American.
I work for the City of Winston-Salem, and I'm the Executive Director of Keep Winston-Salem Beautiful, which is a nonprofit that is partially supported by the city. I would say that there are parts of Winston that are very clean, and then there are areas that do have a lot of litter. We have a lot of people that just throw trash not thinking about it. They'll get a wrapper and then just throw it on the ground, and so we really need people to just keep it in their pockets until they find a trash can. Or if you have a truck that you're hauling stuff, make sure that you secure your load, because that's also a lot of litter that comes out of the back of trucks.
So picking up trash is really just a simple way to make things just more beautiful in general. And everybody loves a beautiful place to live. And if we can get to the place where people aren't littering, we can really focus on beautifying the areas. And I think there's just this natural element of people like to be in spaces that look nice. It just brings out a general joy in people of all ages.
Every piece of plastic that has ever been manufactured is still on the earth. Plastic does not break down, and it starts releasing microplastics. A lot of plastic water bottles, again, those wrappers, those are all plastics, which contribute to the pollution in our waterways as well. The issue is plastic is everywhere. A lot of the things that we purchase are in plastic, and for a while we were told to use plastic instead of paper because it was bad for the trees. We now know that that is not true, and we should be using more biodegradable or compostable items, but it's still a mindset shift that we need to work on.
I would say that unfortunately we have a national littering problem. I think, our population has just gotten too accustomed to discarding of things very quickly and just not thinking of it. And that's where Keep America Beautiful really comes into play on a national scale in terms of not only picking up litter. I would love it if there was a time and place where nobody littered so we could actually get back to the mission of Keep America Beautiful, which is planting and beautification. A little more than you asked for on that.
Some things like aluminum, they're infinitely recyclable, so they can continue to use those over and over again. Things like Solo cups, they're one-time use and then they get thrown away. Also, the benefit of recycling is you're reducing the amount of things that are in the landfill.
Unfortunately, I don't think that the average person knows enough about the impacts of littering and the impacts of them littering. So education plays a really critical role in terms of getting, from young to middle-aged to older of the population to not be littering and just taking it for granted that something is going to biodegrade on its own. I see it everywhere. On the roads and highways is a big problem. As people are driving, they just unfortunately toss things out the window, or something falls out of the back of their truck and they don't even realize it. And that's where a lot of that, I would say, some unintended littering from falling out the back of trucks, but also that intended littering that people just don't want to hold on to it till they get to a place where there is a proper receptacle.
It's so easy. If something breaks, instead of fixing it, it's so easy to just buy one online and it shows up at your doorstep later that day. There are places like the Triad Repair Cafe that you can take things that are broken and they'll show you how to fix them, but we live in this one-time use society that is just so easy to do, again, especially because you can get things replaced and get things delivered to your door. I think that younger kids maybe aren't educated on it, so we're working on educating the kids. I made litter bugs when I was little, and I still remember making that in kindergarten. My 3-year-old picks up trash, so if he can do it, anybody can do it. But then you also have adults that they know what they're doing and they're consciously making that decision. And the unfortunate thing is everyone else has to deal with the trash that they're putting out there. And also, the mosquitoes that we have in Winston-Salem breed in the litter. So if you don't want mosquitoes in your yard, picking up litter is a great way to reduce the amount of them.
I didn't know that.
Think of like a chip bag and it gets a little bit of water in it. The mosquito sees that and it's like, this is where I want to go. This is perfect, because it can make a little home in there. So the Asian tiger mosquitoes like to breed in those small pools of water. That's why they tell you dump out things in your yard so that they can't breed in it, but they're also breeding in the litter. Just hold on to your trash till you get to a trash can. It's not hard to do. You can carry a grocery bag around with you, you can carry a plastic bag around with you, and just stuff it full of the trash. It really starts with everybody. And if you see litter, just pick it up. If everybody picked up a couple pieces of litter, we would greatly reduce the amount of litter we have in Winston-Salem. And then also, if you're driving a truck and you have a bunch of things in the back of it, please secure your load, because you are just spreading litter confetti all over our beautiful city.
Just, we do live in a very culture of consumerism and consumption. With that comes, unfortunately, a lot of one-time use items, a lot of items that are difficult to recycle because they're easier to transport. And so I think you've got to be really thoughtful about what you're purchasing and how you're disposing it in a world that is intended to move extremely fast and make things extremely convenient. Unfortunately, litter and places just not looking their best makes people not want to visit those areas. I mean, look, we're sitting here in Rupert Bell Park, which is an amazing location. But if there's trash everywhere, nobody's going to want to come and use this beautiful park that the city maintains.
Everybody wants to live in a beautiful space, and everybody deserves to live in a beautiful space. So again, if everybody just picks up one piece of trash or just holds onto their trash till they get to a trash can, we're going to see a huge impact.
I mean, looking around Rupert Bell Park, there is a trash can all over. I mean, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at about 10 of them right now. So even in Rupert Bell Park, there's no need for there to be litter anywhere in the park. And if there isn't a receptacle right where you're at or in your car, just hold on to it until the next time you park. So I think it's just having that little bit of patience to get to a place where you can throw away your things instead of just tossing them out the window or on the ground as you're walking.
Nobody deserves to live in a city that is full of litter.
Okay. I think that's all my questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being out here.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.